Caitlin and I will be making sourdough bread today. This is what your sourdough starter should look like. Bubbly and beautiful. Okay? So now, Caitlin, to start your bread, you're going to need 2 cups of flour. Okay? Approximately into a bowl.
What kind of flour is it?
This is an organic miller's flour.
Is that the only kind you can use?
No, any organic good flour makes the best starter. Okay, so now you're going to need a wooden spoon. And we are going to start to stir in water.
How much water is it?
We just play with it. You don't, okay, start stirring from the middle, stirring it in, working it in. Okay? And you see right away how the flour and the water are bubbling. All right, looks like you're going to use about 3 cups of water, okay? And you use your hands to move your bowl. Okay, like that. And you turn it always one way. Don't mess with it. It's always clockwise. All right. Now, because we want to have the sourdough more puffy, we're going to add some yeast. Okay? Which, if you want a dense sourdough, you do not need to do this part. Okay? So, and we need a little bit of sugar, about a teaspoon. Okay? There you go. Okay? And now we're doing the yeast. And you're going to work it in slowly. Now we're going to take approximately 2 cups of sourdough to add, sourdough starter to add to your bread. Sourdough starter is organic flour, water, equal parts.
So
Stirred.
you just mix it and then
For 5 days, every day you add a cup of flour and a cup of water and stir for quite a long time to make sure you got the bubbles going.
For 5 days?
Yes, for 5 days. Then your starter will be ready to make bread. Now we're going to put in some olive oil. I normally don't measure olive oil, and now, so we're not going to. You just go like that and like that, and you get 2 nice dribbles. We're going to start to incorporate more flour, because this will not make a bread.
How much more flour do you add?
Well, probably at least 4 to 5 cups. Altogether, you should be using probably 8 to 9 cups of flour by the time your bread is ready. Now we're going to add some grape sea salt, and that's about 1.5 tablespoons, or 2 tablespoons. Bread needs salt to help bring out the flavor. Okay? Now you're going to start working hard. Now the muscles have to happen.
They're already activated.
The muscles have to happen.
This is a workout. So just remember, you have to do the sourdough starter 5 days before you want to make the bread.
If you know you want to make bread, yes, you need to start 5 days ahead. Once you've got it ready to go to make your bread, you can put it in a container and keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
And then bring it out the day you want to use it to make bread again. Because unless you're baking every day, you're going to have to add too much. And then when you bring it out, you take off as much as you need and replace with the exact amount that you took away. Now if you want, you can start using your nice pretty fingers. Yep, we will take a knife, clean this off, and clean off our tools, and use the personal tools on our hands. So you're going to bring in more flour. Try to keep your fingers as clean as you can. If they get dirty, you do that. They're not dirty, they just got scrape bread on your finger. So this is what you're going to do now for a while. Keep adding, because it's very soft. It's soft, too soft to be bread at this point. If you put it in the pan, it will just spread right out. Okay? So now, there you go. Just bring it in from the sides. Push it down in the middle. Okay? Way to go. You're getting a kneading thing going. Way to go. Cheer her on. And see, this way you're getting the feel for what your dough needs to feel like when you're...
it feels nice.
Yes. All right. Now we're going to bring it on here. We're going to flop her out. And you take all these little dough pieces and incorporate them into them. You don't throw them all. Everything is special. There you go. Now this is what you do. For about 5 minutes, you have fun working the dough. Hey. All right, looking good. So once the dough is ready, we put it back in the bowl that we started with, and we will cover it and leave it covered till it doubles in bulk. And then we will take it out of the bowls and cut it into probably 3 pieces for 3 breads. And in the meantime, turn the oven up to about 500 degrees and let your bread rise till it's filling up the pan, and then pop it in the oven at 500 degrees, but then turn it back to about 400 so that in 25 minutes you've got bread. When you knock the bread on top, when you kind of pound on the bread, it should sound hollow. Put it in your, spread a little flour over top. I usually cover it with a nice clean tea towel. There's one. Here. Ready. There. And now we're going to put it up out of the way, up on the on this beautiful fridge to rise.
For how long, roughly?
For roughly an hour. It should be done an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
What are you doing, Hilda?
I add 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of water, and now we're going to stir it. See, all flour has yeast in it. It's called wild yeast. It's in your flour. And by stirring it with the water, you're activating the yeast. And then because it's aging, it's kind of like fermenting a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? And that's what makes it a better bread. Okay?
Cool.
All right, first, here it is. Look at that. Ta-da! Okay, so now it's time to oil a pan. And Caitlin, there you go. Get some on your hands.
Just make 2.
So what I do is what my mother taught me how to do. And you just pick it up and you pinch off. And then you form your bread. You got it. Okay, now, well, no, you want to form it and make it smooth on top. So now instead of pulling up, you pull down. See, you pull down. Okay, you get that feeling, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay? So, here we go. I pat the bread with olive oil, serrated knife, and I slash them, and I usually do 2 lines, and that makes it prettier. You can do 3 if you decide that's going to be sort of your signature thing to do. Go a little farther, because you're only going to have your slits on one side of the bread. And then, use a little sea salt and salt them gently just a little bit. And then we put them up here. We'll put them side to rise. Okay? Bring it out the night before. Put it in a pan. And in the morning, it'll be defrosted and ready to bake.
Cool.
You'll have fresh bread for breakfast. Okay, Caitlin, look at your bread. Put it in the oven. 500 degrees. Stick it, don't burn yourself because the oven is hot. Okay, now we're going to turn it down right away a little bit.
So what temperature?
So it's at 500, so we're going to go down to 450. Just be between, say 425. And then in 25 minutes to half an hour, voila, your bread should be ready.
Whoa.
It's in there. Ta-da! How's that for bread, eh? Awesome! And you break them apart. And what I do is just set it on either end of the pan and let them rest and cool down. For a really good first bake, as I can say. Ta-da! So come and enjoy.
Thank
you. Here, I want to give you some.
Wow. Oh, bread.
Oh.
Wow. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so proud to be their photographer. Oh my god.
Caitlin's first bread.
Thank you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Whoa, we did
As simple as that.
Yeah, nothing to it. Enjoy.
Wow.
Oh, it's been an amazing day.
Oh, thank you, Hilda. It's such a simple process. Thank you.
It's so simple, but now you have the feel.
Yeah.
You have the feel, which is so huge. You get the feel of what the dough needs to feel like when you're rolling it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's
You
really.
made it look very easy.
And it
To
is. It
practice
is.
now.
It is. Just remember to roll it in, okay? Always come from the outside in. Don't start smacking in the middle. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Had a great day. Thank you.